Welcome to Sports Idiot Nation. Today we'll find out why the heat is on in Hollywood and why the city of brotherly love is imploding. I'm happy about that. And we'll check in with our buddy Alex to talk all things fantasy football and how your team is doing.
Can't wait to hear about the outlook for Kenneth Gainwell.
It's going to be a bloodbath.
Sports, comedy, pop culture, and everything in between. By idiots, for idiots.
This is Sports Idiot Nation.
Sports, comedy, pop culture, and everything in between. Welcome back, sinners. This is Season 2 of Sports Idiot Nation.
Welcome into Sports Idiot Nation. We are back with a Friday episode, and our longtime pal, Alex Merino. We're going to dive in to see how your fantasy football teams are doing. We got to talk football, maybe basketball, baseball. I guess hockey started. I don't know. We got all four sports going at the same time. But I want to start with Heat, the movie Heat. Yes, because this reminds me of an old Jim Gaffigan bit where he's like, hey, I saw Heat. And they're like, that movie came out 10 years ago. Yeah, but I want to talk about it now. So it's been, yeah. It's been
That's right.
reported that, you have seen, we have all seen the idea of a sequel. We've seen a prequel. We've seen a reboot. You've seen a requel. But now it's time for a pre-sequel requel reboot.
Whoa, slow down there, Missy Elliott. Slow down there, Missy Elliott.
I want to hurt myself.
First. I didn't know what I thought you were about to start rapping, man.
Well, and here's the joke, right? This is supposed to be a sequel, but it's the prequel. I don't know what's happening. The only thing I know is I'm pretty sure Leo DiCap is going to be in there. The rest, I don't know. That sounds good enough for me. Like, I'm in. I mean, Heat was just
Leo's
awesome,
great.
dude. De Niro versus Pacino. It doesn't happen a lot, so I am fully vested in this. I'm like trying to read up on this. T.I., what did you read about it so far?
I read that obviously Michael Mann is attached to it, which you can't make the movie without him. I would hate to see somebody pick up this, try to tell the story that Michael Mann tells. We are reading reports that Leo, for sure. There's rumors of Adam Driver. There's rumors of Bradley Cooper, probably both of them. I don't think both those names would pop up if there wasn't some validity to it. I think Adam Driver's in talks to play the younger Val Kilmer. The younger character. I can't remember what Val's name was. Obviously, he's not doing a biopic of Val Kilmer there. But so I think Adam Driver's a good choice. Bradley Cooper, obviously a great actor. I sometimes am hit or miss at Bradley Cooper because I just like him in more comedies than I do dramas because he is very funny. And he's just good, man. He was great doing the voices for, the Marvel movies. I did see, for anybody who's seen The Righteous Gemstones, he did the one-off on the series where it showed the whole story of how they became the Gemstones, and he was like the first Gemstone, and he is just, you don't even realize it's him towards the end, and it's so good. But I'm in, man. I love Heat. That like 25-minute gun battle is one of the best cinematic events
during the day,
modern cinema history.
Yeah, man. The first time you're watching that, Tom Sizemore 15. Who? Not Tom Sizemore. Who was the other? Some of those big names for back then, besides Val Kilmer, obviously now Pacino.
I think there's a lot of what the girl that's in there too. She's good. Val Kilmer's wife. She's great. The whole movie's good. Yeah, Ashley Judd. Yeah, she's good. I mean, her career's kind of disappeared since then, but she was in a lot of big movies. Yeah.
Double Jeopardy. Where she
Long
killed the husband twice or
It's
something,
like
right? Wasn't she in that one?
Along Came a Spider. I think she was in that with like Morgan Freeman. Back when Morgan Freeman was the biggest box office draw. I mean, once again, we're all showing our age here, but yeah, I'm in. I'm in
Those
on
are good
the
movies.
Heat thing. It's kind of like I said when we were talking about it in the chat and before. As long as it's not one of these, Netflix or Prime movies. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of good stuff that comes on there, but I just miss these huge cinematic events that
Yeah.
seem to not be popping up as often, So I'm in, man. As long as it's done well and it's got a good cast, I'm sure it'll be great.
IMAX is the move for sure. Alex, what do you remember about the movie? Is there a favorite scene or a dynamic that you remember about the movie Heat?
It's all about that gun battle at the end. I mean, that was just it's insane.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the best part. And seeing what would be cool. I don't know if you guys have been to the 4DX movies, the ones where the chairs all move around and if there's water, you'll get like mist and random stuff. Like that might be an interesting one because
We get blood.
Yeah, I have been to a few of those. I took my kiddo to see a couple of them, and then I went with my brother to see the most recent. What was it? Was it Alien? No, was it Aliens or what was the most recent? Didn't they do
Resurrection? Alien Resurrection?
No, God, man. Now I'm going for blank here. But one of the more recent sci-fi huge hits, my brother and I went and saw, and it was just crazy, man. Because you literally feel
Event
like you're
Horizon,
floating through space. Oh no, I don't want to ever see that movie again. The movie scared the hell out of me, man. I watched that in my college dorm with my old college roommate, and we both were like, "That movie is fucked up, man. I don't want to see that again." No. It scared the shit out of me, and I don't get scared of movies, but that one scared me, man. But I took my kid to see Super Pets, which was fun, because it's like all the pets of the superheroes, and man, there was a lot of action in that, so it's everywhere. And then when the last one we went and saw the previews for the new Jurassic Park, which is a terrible movie, by the way. Don't ever go watch it. But we saw the previews for it in 4DX, and it was like all moving and everything. And man, it that's cool. Threw me and my son out of our seat. Like I had a full beer, and I was like, whoa, I was like literally holding it, trying to keep it. And my son looked at me and he was like, he was laughing. He's like, is the whole movie going to be like this? I was like, I sure the hell hope not. Because I paid like $12 for this beer, But no, 4DX Alex is right, man. 4DX is where it's at. I also took my kid to see the Christmas one that came out, the one with the Rock and all that. What was it? The red one, that came out at Christmas. And that was a lot of fun too, because obviously you're in the sleigh a lot and you're flying around. So man, it's like going to Universal Studios or something,
Yeah.
And it's the price of it is borderline Universal Studios as well, because they'll get you, man. You're like, damn, I just dropped $50 just on the movie tickets, But
take out a second mortgage on your home.
Yeah, man. I'm a regular at our local blood donor, plasma donor. I donate it all, man. Semen, blood, plasma, whatever you need, man. If you're paying me, I got it.
Yikes. That's a perfect segue to get into the Giants Eagles. I think that's it right there. I was searching for it. We found it. Giants Eagles.
We are masters at our segues.
This is epic. This is Sports Idiot Nation's how we do. Alex, tell us a little bit about how we can find you, what you've been up to these past few weeks, how your fantasy teams are doing, and let's get into Giants Eagles.
So you can find me at fantasyfootballhustler.com. That'll take you to where you can just follow me everywhere, all over social media. Patreon's the place to be. If you want to get there specifically, it's 420crew.com. That's like my private community where every single week I'm uploading all types of things that are going to help you with your start sit matchups. Like this week I posted on Wednesday the best and worst matchups for every single position. It's got the stats broken down on why, and real easy and digestible. And then this week, every week I'm trying to work on something different, break something different down. And this week I broke down the points per opportunity. So that's like running back rushing attempts plus routes run, and then divided by their total fantasy points. And so you can You can really,
Okay, what
Carry-
now? You're hurting Ti's. You're
You
hurting
carry
him. I think he's
carry
getting a
the
headache.
two. Yeah,
Carry the,
carry the two.
Hold on, it's a Titans fan.
Hold
Titans
on.
fan
Let me
cannot math.
hang on. Before we move any further, let me take my shoes off so I can at least count to 20.
Yeah,
So
and
So,
seeing that's the
how
whole
does
thing. You
that
don't even
go?
have to do anything except look at it, because I've broken down everything, and it breaks down the guys who are the most efficient based on the opportunities, and then I have a whole thing of like who's the guys getting the most opportunities and they're being the most efficient. Who's the guys who have a shitload of opportunities but they're not being efficient, and just everything is really digestible. You just click and you just read, and yeah, it's all there for you.
Listen, I
types of
think
stuff.
all Ti needs to know is, Scatabo good, Barkley not good. Like I don't know if Ti needs all that. The eyes for last
Yeah,
night. Like
the
good lord.
Eagles, man, the Eagles got some problems. Here's where the Eagles' problems lie. One, I love the guy. He was a very important player at my, favorite university to watch, Mr. Take Bigsby. But man, he just can't hold on to the ball. And Jacksonville got rid of him for a reason. And Philly's like, oh yeah, we're just going to make him our kick returner. Okay, yeah, that worked out great. Then they're like, okay, they throw in the other guy to take his place. And what does he do? He fumbles it out in like the 1. And instead of,
Yeah.
instead of running the ball with Saquon Barkley, you've got the Packer cast off A.J. Dillon in there. Like, I mean, I'm just like, what? Why are you bringing in all these guys that are known to be just failures and fumble rooskies and you name it when you have an offense of studs? So I just ridiculous. And the Jalen Hurts too. Jalen Hurts tossed a little softball right there on the 1. I had some choice words for that man after that, considering he is one of my quarterbacks on my fantasy football team. I was really needing those points there. And then the one he missed to Devonta, like I had him stacked tonight thinking they were going to get one like that. And sure enough, he tossed it out there like a dummy. It lands about, 20 yards in front of him. So yeah, Eagles got some problems, man. In the end, they showed AJ and Devonta on the bench. They both were covering up their mouths. They were clearly talking. You could see it. AJ was talking. Devonta had the rag in front of him. I'm sure they were saying some bad words about old Jalen Hurts there. So I don't know, man. I think it's going
they had
from
a
bad to
2-hour
worse.
meeting. Did you guys hear? They had a 2-hour meeting.
Well,
those
AJ
guys
Brown
did before, right?
I mean, they got chances. I mean, Saquon got I think about 75 yards, and AJ had a ton of catches, but not when it matters.
No,
not when it matters.
I don't think Barkley's doing enough. It's not. He had 12 carries, 58 yards, dude.
Oh, he only had 58. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, 58 rushing.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
Rushing.
That's. I just
And
meant,
he is
like, total
dynamic
yards.
catching the ball. Him and McCaffrey are 1A and 1B catching the ball. That's for sure. But dude, you can't. I just don't think 12 carries for 58 yards, like that's been told. They know that. At what point does Sirianni say, "All right, I'm sick of this narrative that we're not giving him the ball. Let's take care of it against our division rival on Thursday Night Football," and then they don't do it.
I mean,
the only way that he should have 12
carry though.
The only way that he should have 12 rushes is if he has 10 receptions to mix in there, because he needs to be the type of guy that's getting at least 20 touches a game.
Yeah, I think that's what the 49ers are doing right.
That's the problem. I don't think Saquon is not getting the job done. I just don't think he's getting opportunities. He need like any good running back needs at least 20 touches, like carries at least. But I mean, he's still break it down. That's still tonight or last night to still like 5 yards of carry. I mean,
right.
I mean,
I'm not saying him. I'm just saying the team use of him is trash.
Well, yeah. He
for sure.
Obviously, he needs more chances. Yeah, you're right. But
1 for 9 on third
like
down.
I said, I mean, why you got AJ Dillon in there? Why is he on your team? First of all, why is he on your team? Secondly, why is he playing? And if you need points quick, why are you fighting for another half yard? Just go down. I mean, like you're just like, oh, I'm going to fight so hard to get this extra half yard because it's really going to help us out in this situation. Just turn the ball over. Now we have no shot in hell. Like, I don't know, man. It's gone from bad to worse there. I mean, they've lost twice in a week, literally, because, they've lost to the Broncos, and now they turn around on a short week and lose again to the G-Men. Yeah. they didn't, we
bad
didn't
look.
have that. We didn't have that on our bingo card for 2025. So, but
Well-
look at the Ravens, look at the Chiefs, look at the Eagles. All these top teams are struggling a little bit.
And then one thing that I'll tell you,
Ravens.
so going off of my points per opportunity, just the whole post that I did, I'm checking Saquon right now because I couldn't remember where he was. He's 30th amongst running backs.
Yeah, he had 14 touches.
This is before the week 6 game.
Oh, God. He had 14 touches, guys. So he had the 12 rushes for 58 yards, 2 catches for 9 yards. That's 14 touches for less than 70 yards total. Like, dude, that's like, what are they doing? The man had 2,000 yards rushing. Like, do they know that? I don't know if they know that.
The Giants look pretty stoked though to go up against him. So maybe there was some mental stuff there. Maybe
but
he's like, well, you're not getting the job done, against this G-man. So we're gonna put in AJ Dillon there. We're gonna throw in AJ Dillon, superstar,
because last year he ran all over them. So no,
yeah, but he had a reason to. Now the Giants are like, all right, we have a reason to come at you.
I will say Giants defense is way upgraded since last year.
Well, yeah, they drafted well. Yeah.
Well, and they got some good free agents like Paulson and Debo. I'll tell you though, one big hit, I don't know if you guys saw it for the Eagles, was Quinyon Mitchell going out. He went out, I don't know, the second quarter or something like that. It was when Wan'Dale Robinson scored, he like hurt his hamstring on that tackle or something, which is like the weirdest shit ever.
Yeah, and I saw that too because they put in the human burnt piece of toast, former Titan Adoree Jackson in there, and New York just started airing it out his direction every time. I was like en route to pick up some food for my wife and kid, and I was listening on the radio. I totally distracted driver. I had to hit my phone up as well. Probably shouldn't admit that, but I was watching the game and listening to it while I was driving. But I drive back roads, so there's barely any cars, so we're good.
So it's okay.
But yeah, but I was just, as soon as he went in, I was like, oh, they're about to throw it his way every single time. Sure enough, they're like,
they did.
Dink, dink, dink. I mean, that guy, he was,
because Mitchell's legit turning into one of the better cover corners in the league. I mean, he's a first round pick, so I mean, everyone's kind of expecting that, but legit, like taking away, half of the side of the field, and that wasn't the case when he was gone.
And I think Blankenship got hurt once. I don't know if he came out, but him and our exciting white Cooper DeJean, Cooper DeJuan, depending on who you're talking to. They collided once. I don't know if Blankenship got shooken up from that, but I mean, he's I got love for that man because he's from my alma mater, Mr. Middle Tennessee State University. So there's not a lot of us in the league, Kevin Byard, Blankenship. I think there's one or two more, and then there's me. I didn't play football there, but I did go to school there, so I'll take credit.
But he did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night.
That's right. That's right. More, I don't know, man, but fun's been a little low lately, man. Probably more like a Hojo or a Days Inn, to be honest.
Hojo, that is 90s. That is 90s, bro. Howard Johnson.
Hojo is where we would always like rent a room, and everybody's like, "Hey, somebody got a room at the Hojo? Yeah, we're just gonna go party there tonight," because none of us were old enough to actually go to a bar or anything like that. But when you're 18, you can rent a hotel room.
Yeah, and it was like $18.
Yeah, $18.
So the biggest stat for me was that you're pushing that tush, right? You're 1 for 9 on third down. What are we doing? Like the three of us and just our neighbors, whether they're male, female, old or young, could go 1 for 9. The three of us, we find 8 other humans that live next door or whatever. I'm sure we could go 1 for 9. I could throw it. You run an out route TI, and like whatever. Like
I've got
1 for 9.
I got a couple of senior citizens right across the street, Miss Pam and Mr.
They
Carl.
can hold a block for half a
Carl.
second, and I can throw a 3-yard out. I can throw a 3-yard out. Trust me. I was
you
a
need
flag
to-
football quarterback.
You need
all
to be
right?
quarterback because Mr. Carl has some beginnings onsets of Parkinson's coming there, so he's kind of not always really. I got to help him with his trash can a lot, help him with his mail. So he doesn't need to be our quarterback, but I'm sure he's be a pretty good tight end. He's big, tall man, But yeah, I don't know, man. It doesn't break my heart by any means to see the Eagles struggling because they've had so much success. But one thing I did think was humorous was how they ran 4 tush pushes in a row and just kept doing it. I was just kind of like, all right, at this point, they're just fucking trolling. Dude. They're just fucking trolling at this point, I mean, it's like, 4 in a row, really? And then they did the, rugby pass to Goddard, just kind of like, they're just inventing a whole new style of football.
What are those, dude? Is that a rush or a pass, Alex? Do you know?
It counts as a pass because it's forward, but
it was forward. Okay,
yeah, it should have been to Saquon. That pissed me off. Yeah, it pissed all of us off. We were live for the show, and it was, what the fuck kind of backyard shit is that? And I know it's like Patrick Mahomes, like him and Kelsey, kind of started that, but yeah, I hate when I see that happen and it goes to the guy that we don't want it to go to.
Right.
Goddard was eating, man. Goddard was eating. I think he had 9 catches or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I know he had at least 7 or 8.
In the second quarter, there was a long pass to A.J. Brown, and I think both of his feet were out of bounds. Yes, I sat him because I had started him for 4 weeks in a row, and I'm like, I'm over it. I'm gonna put in what's his name from the Bills, or I don't know. I'll figure it out. Chuba Hubbard. I'll put in someone. I'm not doing it, and he got 9 points. So I think I can get better in the flex than 9 points. So I think I'm okay. But A.J. Brown did not completely suck, but 8 catches, 80 yards, something like that.
If it's if it's 1 point PPR, I think he was flirting with 15 points, which is, I mean, way more than most of his games this year. But yeah,
True.
The Giants have sucked against the wide receivers, but yeah, Jalen Hurts is just showing that he sucks. All he can do is the tush push, man. He can't support. They have maybe the dopest wide receiver duo. At least they should be in consideration for dopest wide receiver duo, and he can't even get these guys to eat, man. It makes no sense.
Yeah, I agree. I think everybody's kind of catching on. He's starting to get exposed a little bit. Once he gets a little flustered in the pocket, he'll run out. If he has something, he'll toss it. But he's either throwing it out of bounds or he's taking a sack, or they're looking at a third and 6 or something. I mean, hell, they were on the 10 and it's 4th and 4. I know they had to go for it, didn't have a choice. But they were just all right. I was thinking to myself, there's no way in hell he's going to get this, and he does. Finally connects. But. I agree.
It definitely losing their play caller made a difference because you can just tell the play calling's super stale.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible. Geez, talk about coordinators matter. Why don't you ask the 49ers defense if coordinators matter? We have struggled with a bunch of guys the last few years since Robert Saleh left, and DeMeco Ryans. I know T.I. hates him because he's the head coach.
I don't
Houston.
hate him. I'm just not sending his ass.
Whatever. You hate him. Oh, you hate him.
I'm not sending his ass a Christmas card anytime soon. But I don't hate him.
You hate him because you ain't him. No, but he was decent with the Niners, but it was just crap city. And now you look at that, and it's sheesh. All right, so I want to shift.
Well, hold on. Before shift, we have to give some props to the Giants just for a moment because you have to look at this draft where dude,
they're all rookies.
They're pulling
all of the rookies are doing stuff, dude.
They pull in Carter. They get probably the best defensive player in the draft, and they turn around.
Jackson Dart,
Scatabo had 100 yards and 3 tutties. People are like, dude. I don't know if he'll translate well to the NFL. Okay, we ever heard of a guy named Mike Allstott? He translated just fine. It doesn't matter how big and bulky you are if you still have the power and speed. So I just got to give a shout out to Brian DeBoer because he knew his job's on the line. He was like, all right, I'm just rolling the dice here. We're going to get all these rookies. We're going to hope it pans out. And I don't know, man. He might have saved his job. Even if they don't win a whole bunch more games this season, I think their future at least looks promising. So shout out to him, man, because he seems to be the butt of a joke a lot, and he seems to be, for the most part, a pretty cool guy. He goes
But
all
you know
in
what's
for
funny
players.
though? I bet similar things were said about Russell Wilson right after he beat the Dallas Cowboys. Just saying.
Yeah, you're right. Did you guys see him go? He got so mad when he went over to the blue tent to like figure out what's going on, and they kind of like shoot him off. Russell Wilson's out there just already, and he's mad as hell. He's like, I want to know when I get my damn quarterback back. It was pretty funny. I thought it was pretty wild. He was like, get this man off the field. Jameis, Jackson Dart's over there frustrated. Jameis is there giving him a motivational speech, probably with some crazy shit, like
crab leg.
I don't know, man. So yeah, I just had to give them a shout out there. They've been, the butt end of a joke for years, and man, they got a big win last night. So
I bet when they're at home, they're going to be looking solid. And when they're on the road, they're going to be looking like trash because it's kind of what it was the last, 3 weeks now, or at least 3 games for them now. And that stadium was, I don't know if you saw how often they kept panning to the fans and dude, the fans were going insane. That was their Super Bowl. Legit.
Oh, yeah. The lady holding up the sign, Saquon who? And I
was about to talk about that. Saquon who? We got Scatterboo.
Yeah. Okay. We got Peyton Hillis.
Hey, it's a hero. Peyton Hillis is a hero.
At least for 1 year he was.
Yeah.
Madden cover. Which that's what I want to talk about now because Cleveland did the most Cleveland Browniest, not, Charlie Browniest. You have Kenny Pickett, you have Joe Flacco, you have guys on the shelf, and then you draft 2 rookies. Then you trade Kenny Pickett, then you trade Flacco in your division, and now Joe Flacco can become the first person since 1962. He can beat the same NFL team on 2 different teams. Jack Kemp was the last guy to do this in 1962 when T.I. was 11 years old. It has not been done since then. That is wild to me. Now, he's not going to do it. I don't think. Yeah, they're not. I mean, but look, Joe Flacco shouldn't have beat Jordan Love already once this year. He's already done it too many times, Alex.
Yeah. And let me tell you, for fantasy, I just want you guys to take a guess. Amongst every starting quarterback in the league right now, where do you have to be a 30th? Starter? They got hurt already, Yeah.
Who ranks 30th?
What?
Who ranks 30th? Is that where you're getting at?
Yeah, 32nd. Close.
Or is Joe Flacco
in points,
honestly
in points per opportunity? Joe Flacco ranks 32nd out of 32nd. So for fantasy, he sucks.
Yeah,
maybe things will change when now he's with the Bengals, but we'll see.
Well, he's got some receivers there.
Yeah, I mean, all he's got to kind of do is just go, "Hey, Jamar Chase, fuck it, Jamar Chase out there somewhere." That's what Joe Flacco is going to be doing.
Any smart man would.
I don't know if it's so much really like the Browns just kind of getting rid of him as opposed to this giving him an opportunity because they respect him because they know Cincinnati's bad. Why would you trade him to your division rival unless you're just trying to do him solid? That's the way I look at it. He did them a solid. I mean,
they're trying to screw him over. They think Joe Flacco starting is going to be even worse than Browning. That's what they probably think.
Ooh, I don't know. Jake Browning looks bad.
Browning's
man. Looks
bad.
really bad.
Yeah.
God, he looks bad.
He's 31st.
No, he's not even.
No, he's 30. He's 32A, 32A, and Joe Flacco's 32B. Yeah. Yeah. What number does what number does the list go to? Jake Browning is definitely the last one.
58. Yeah, or 64.
No, I stopped at 32 just because I wanted to have the starters. But it's bad. There's guys who their points per opportunity. It's 0.00 something before you start getting into points. So it's ugly.
All right, so Alex, I'm going to give you 3 games, and you tell me what's the most intriguing to you, and give me the storyline. Niners, Bucks, Seahawks, Jags, Chiefs, Lions.
Let's go Chiefs, Lions. And the most interesting storyline, of course, is going to be Mahomes
Taylor
versus
Swift's
Goff.
new album. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, it could be how Taylor Swift's new album like just pumped up Travis Kelce so much that he finally did okay. You know, he finally did not great, not amazing, but he finally did okay to where we don't hate him if you're a manager of him.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
So I don't know, man. Just write another one for him. Boost his ego even more. I mean, something. Maybe that's what was going on. Because like he's just like the old man. You know, they have Worthy. You know, they got Thornton. They got all this young energy. You know, around, and now he's like, yeah. My girl just wrote a song talking about my dick. What's your girl done?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, man. You know, like if I was listening to the radio and my billionaire fiance just released a song talking about my big penis, I felt like I could beat the world. You know, so
with it, like pow,
you know?
pow, pow,
yeah,
pow, pow, pow.
swing that thing around like a lasso. You know, come here.
Yeah, you remember the Eddie Murphy, right? He's like that dude, what, Dylon in Jamaica or whatever.
Dylon,
throwing his dick over his shoulder. Dexter St. Jock.
Yeah. Dylon's the making
Dave
the band
Chappelle.
with Dave Chappelle. Yeah,
Best 5 rappers alive.
I spit hot fire.
I rhyme when I spit, and I spit when I rhyme.
He's like top 5 best rappers of Dylon.
Dude. So, all right, Alex, were you being serious about we asked about, all right, you picked the game, but then what the storyline is. That was the storyline?
Yeah, man.
Well, no, that was just funny to talk about. No, because initially
right.
I said the Mahomes Goff storyline. And really just, I mean, we're talking about, you know, Goff is taking a step up to be one of the, you know, I think like, I'm not going to say elite NFL quarterbacks, but how about the NFL quarterback that you think could win a Super Bowl? Because they've been like knocking on the door, you know, and like they're really doing so much on the ground. I mean, I know Amon-Ra, you know, he's been killing it as he should, but Jared Goff's not spreading the ball like he used to. He's doing good, but it's like Amon-Ra, it's like it's all him, and I feel like if Amon-Ra gets slowed down, like that's really going to slow down Goff. And I feel like everything is on these two quarterbacks because Mahomes had no running game. You know, I mean, shit, I haven't really had too much of a receiving game. You know, like it seems like he's got I don't know.
And Rice
like,
is
even
coming
when
back.
he throws perfect passes, they're still getting dropped a lot.
Yeah.
I agree. Jared Goff can get the job done. I think he's a very serviceable quarterback. There has those games where he throws out 5 touchdowns, you know, 3 touchdowns. Like he's always getting something done. And he's been to the Super Bowl once. He's been there, you know, when he was with the Rams. So I mean, yeah, I know what you mean. It's hard to say he's elite, but it's also hard to knock him. So I would say out of the games that's left, I think both are pretty good matchups. I think I'm more interested in the Jacksonville-Seattle because it just Jacksonville is surprising. And I want to see, as much as it pains me to admit it, they have a good product there on both sides of the ball. Defense is very surprising. We all knew Cohen knows how to score points. Looks like he's tapped into Trevor Lawrence, told him to stop being a little bitch. And, you know, it could be, you know, could be interesting to see where they take it from here because this is another test for him. I mean, follow up the Chiefs on Monday Night Football with another team that's doing pretty well. I know the Seahawks lost to the Bucks, but I mean, it's not like they got blown out. I mean, it was a shootout to the very end.
Right.
So
and the Bucks are good.
Yeah, I think that game has interesting on it. I know, you know, you got your eyes on the Niners because you know you're a Niners guy, but I would say out of the second 2 left, I would probably be more interested in watching the Jags just because I can see the AFC South team as well. You know, keep tabs on them. We haven't had to play them yet, so we've had to play the other 2 assholes in our division, but we haven't played the Jagoffs yet. So,
and so with Trevor, I'll tell you, like I think we found his secret. You know, like guys like Steeman Willie Beeman. You know, they got to throw. He has to throw up before he gets going. Trevor Lawrence just has to dig in his nose for gold, and that's just one thing that really once he got maybe it's the extra snot, you know, on the ball, just give it a little bit more zip. But that's all that I can think.
Snot ball, like a spitball.
Yeah, they're gonna have to test that man for illegal substances on the ball. You know, sorry, was that pine tar or is that snot? Oh, it's definitely snot. We're good.
Remember that they tossed George Brett out of a game with the Royals? He hit a home run against the Yankees, and he comes storming out like the umpire just went like that, like, nope, you're out. After he hits a home run, you're like, wow, that escalated quickly.
Yeah.
From too much
crazy.
pine tar.
Remember that time with Kurt Schilling? I think it was Kurt Schilling where his ankle's like bleeding, and every time they show it, it's like more and more blood.
It's more, yeah, dude.
They're like, what's he?
Was that a
going
World
on there?
Series or a playoff? I can't remember.
Playoff against the Yankees. It was not the World Series. It was against the Yankees, so it was the division
when he was
series.
on Boston,
but,
right?
Yeah, when he was on Boston, dude, that was
was
gnarly, man.
That was part of his strategy.
He
there.
had a
was
surgery,
wiping a little blood on the ball with each pitch.
Dude, I saw the doc on it. So he's interviewed, and he's like, "Dude, I don't even know what happened. My mind just went blank. But I had a surgery a few days ago on the tendon, and the wound just opened up while I'm pitching. I'm like, well, here we go." And like, dude, you're like,
that calf.
What?
I mean, he's chucking 105-mile-an-hour fastballs and planting on that calf.
Yeah, dude, unbelievable. Like that was nuts. All right, let's so all right, then real quick. And look, I picked these games, especially with the Niners, not being a homer, but guys, both these teams, especially with the Eagles losing, the Niners and Bucks have only lost one game, speaking in the NFC, as have the Lions. That's it. Everyone else has 2 losses. So I truly wasn't being a homer. That is a sexy matchup, Niners Bucks. But Niners Bucks, Seahawks Jags, Chiefs Lions, real quick, TI, all 3, give me the winners for all 3 of those.
Bucks, Jags, Lions. That's what I'm thinking. Bucks, Jazz, Lions. Nothing personal to you. I'm just on that Baker train, man. You know that.
Oh, dude, we're so injured still. I'm not even mad.
But I mean, it doesn't matter. You guys still keep getting the job done. Everybody picks against you, and you still win. So hey, that's the place you want to be. Wouldn't you rather be the injured team that nobody expects to win that keeps winning? Because
we are gonna get healthy, right?
Yeah,
Kittle's coming back. Malik Mustafa's coming back.
Christian McCaffrey run CMC is just, I don't know. I'm starting to think the man's part robot, man, part Terminator.
They have just because he has more rushing and receiving attempts than 14 in a game,
Well, he's had a lot of surgery, so he's probably already got a lot of metal in his body anyway. So he might be halfway Terminator, He
might have some bloody socks in there. Yeah, I don't know.
But I mean, you guys are forgetting the primetime matchup of the week. Titans Raiders, man. I mean, come on, man.
No. I looked at it. I went against it. I did a little. It's not on our notes.
channel my miles behind enemy lines there a little bit, but I was peeking around some Raiders groups just to see what they're talking about, because I always like to get in there. And sometimes I troll them. Most of the time, I just stay out and snapshot their shit and use it for bulletin board material. But man, they are all like, their fans are just like, great, now we're going to have to lose the Titans, and they're like, if we lose the Titans, I'm not watching this game. I'm not watching any more this season. They're all bashing Geno Smith, all this. And I'm just like,
that's easy to do. Have you watched football? That's easy.
Yeah, absolutely. People are like, well, Brock Bowers might be coming back, so he, they might do something. I'm like, well, not as long as Geno's throwing him the ball. So yeah.
Well, Alex is out there. Alex has the pulse on the Raiders, don't you?
I mean, the thing with like the fans like out here is like when you go to the games, you see that it's about half visiting squads. Like
because it's Vegas, bro. Like people are visiting, right?
Well, there are tons of Titans fans going right now. Supposedly, there's a big meetup out there.
Like if you actually want to like go to a game where you're going to be amongst like a whole bunch of like-minded fans, go to a Raider game. If you're the opposing team, because like there's going to be people who go as locals, I'm sure, but like man, it's the most expensive ticket for a reason. I mean, there's not as many there's not as many seats as Jerry World or anything like that, and it's a tourist trap. Like it really is. And
when I was in Vegas, when I was in Vegas last, it was the day of last year's LSU versus USC, and it was just a sea of purple and that maroonish reddish, whatever, that USC. That's all over Vegas. Like when you went to eat, when you went to gamble, when you went to walk on a street, that's all. Like the whole city was purple and maroon. They were just all going to the gate. Like, dude, it was unbelievable. They all traveled because it's Vegas.
And see, and that's what's funny is how, like, I don't know, I guess on social media or YouTube, like Vegas is dead, nobody's ever here. I think they just pick like the weirdest times to like show, like random weekdays, like at like, I don't know, 12 o'clock in the afternoon or some shit, because like people are always around. Sleeping. Yeah, like when WrestleMania was here, it was wild for like a whole week, and like now just even the sporting aspect of it, it's Vegas is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, you're right about that. It doesn't matter what it is. They'll always like cherry pick whatever spits their narrative. It's like when politicians debate or something, somebody will take like a 30-second soundbite from like a 10-minute speech. Oh, look at this asshole. But it's like, yeah, you're in Vegas. Like, hey man, I got news for you. I was up till like 4 or 5 in the morning. My ass ain't gonna be strolling the streets at noon. Like I'm just rolling out of bed with my head hurting, trying to figure out what I did last night, trying to find where my wallet is, that kind of stuff, man. That's what happens in Vegas, But the destination that we deal with that a lot here in Nashville in the last few years, because one, obviously the football team has not been that well off on the field, so the stadium isn't filled with Titans fans. I can say that firsthand. The games I went to this season, there has been a lot of the opposing team there. But Nashville is a hot destination. And, last year when the Jets were in town, I would happen to be downtown, and it was just like Jets fans everywhere. And I know Jets fans travel. They're loyal. They're like Bills fans. But Nashville's a hot spot, man. And so we see that every time. Last year when the Vikings were in town, when Austin Huff and I went,
makes sense.
We're out shooting stuff. Man, Vikings fans are everywhere. There is a spot in town that you have to pay like, I think $5,000 to rent the spot to tailgate. Of course, Vikings fans had it. They had the whole thing. I mean, it's just like everybody loves Nashville, dude. They love Nashville. Nashville's a lot like, it's kind of like a mixture. It's got little bright lights like Vegas. Obviously, it's honky tonk driven, but you've got a little bit of that Panama City vibe. You got a little bit of New Orleans. It's like all kind of hodgepodge together in Nashville. So, man, people come here and love it. So we deal with a lot of opposing fans. They come in and spend a lot of money and then usually kick our ass and go back home to where they came from,
Let's before we shift to some college football, I think it's time we answer the question of the week from Monday. And be sure to follow us on social media, wherever you get your social media. We posted this as well on our social media. Alex is aware of the question. And again, it was from Monday, and it is, what is basically your internet thing that you wish you could take back, or that you never saw, or that never became a thing, whether it's a TikTok dance or whatever. And I'm going to start, and it's not as wild and crazy as you think. It's not as this big like thing. It's very, very small, but it still irks me. And you guys are going to go like, oh yeah, I know you will, but it's so small. It just annoys me. I wish we could take back where someone updates their status, usually on Facebook, that says, where can I get, or who knows of whatever, and then ... asking for a friend. No, you are not. No, it is you. Every time I see that in the last 3 years, I comment and I say, who's the friend? And I'll tell them. And they never like it. They never like it.
If I had a nickel for every time I saw a fantasy football question where it said asking for a friend, I'd have a shitload of nickels, let me tell you.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you got somebody asking between like, well, should I start Kenneth Gainwell or James White? I mean,
hey, Kenneth Gainwell had a good game.
I know. I'm just picking some random names here. I know James White probably doesn't even play football anymore, but it's like, that kind of stuff. It's like, no, if you just want to let us know that you drafted horribly, just go ahead and tell us that, because it's clearly not asking for a friend. But Adam, you sounded a little Peter Griffin there, a little what grinds your gears a little bit
Dude.
with that, you know?
I don't know what it is, but it's the idea of a fad of not being funny, and then the whole world using it, taking it like to like, hey, look, I'm being funny, but I need something as well.
Well,
No, it's not funny. Like
when you were talking about tiny and small, and it's just really small and not that, I thought you were
it's
gonna.
not that big of a
Well,
deal.
I
Like,
thought that you were gonna say that you wish you could erase Brett Favre's dick pic from the internet. That's what I thought that you were gonna say. So,
that's
yeah,
1B. 1A is asking
yeah.
for a friend.
You ever see that? I'd have to find it to play it. But you ever see that? I can't remember who the actor was, but he was doing a bit on it. The Brett Favre. He was pretending to be Brett Favre, and he was making all of these dick jokes about, you want to see my such and such, want to see my such and such, and then he says, you want to see my Danny Woodhead? And he says, no, I'm just, he's like, I'm just kidding. That guy's a good player. I like him, you know. Oh, it had me in tears first time I saw it. I was
Danny
like, that's
Woodhead,
so good,
bro.
So want to see my Danny Woodhead? But yeah, before I go, let's let Alex go.
All right, so mine. This is I've been thinking about it like the entire show, going on and on, trying to figure out like what's the worst thing about the internet. And I will tell you, it's people who correct grammar on the internet. Like I feel like those
Solid,
are
bro.
literally
Grammar police.
People sent, by the most evil people around to come just correct random grammar. And just random social media comments. Like I want to smack
It's your
around.
And they put the apostrophe, like if you don't use your properly, right?
Yeah. Then I just
Like,
start doing it specifically wrong, just to because I'm assuming it's something like they're like, if they were school teachers or something, I get it. But then it's like, now you just opened a bag of worms where I'm literally going to use the exact opposite, or like use as much slang or
dude.
abbreviations just to make your brain explode.
Dumb.
Yeah, I'm guilty of that, but I do it in a manner not just like correcting friends and random people. I do it in the manner of trolling people.
That's different.
If you're trolling on purpose, I understand.
Well, like when they come at me like with shit, like, oh, you're, all this stuff, I'm always like, I would
assume if like they bring up the Titans, like that's a time when like it'll come back.
Yeah, always like the people, because God, I saw it just the other day. There's a guy commenting on my page. I was talking about how I hit 35K, and he was like, man, I'm a Packers fan. He's like, but you are the best. Absolutely love your shit. And that's what I was telling him. I was like, man, I got tons of people who aren't Titans fans on here, so I do get some people coming at me.
Me.
Well, yeah,
but not even come at you.
But you're tame compared to these morons,
Well, yeah,
like
we're buddies. So.
They try to come at me thinking I won't clap back at them, and then I make them internet famous for a couple hours because I screenshot their shit and share it back. It's like one of my favorite ones was this guy one time. He's talking about it was DeAndre Hopkins leaving or staying or coming here. I don't remember what it was, and he was like, what's in Tennessee anyway? And he spelled Tennessee like TNNES, 1E or something. And my response was, well, for starters, there's a couple more letters, and and I screenshotted it, and oh man, you talk about it was a huge post for me. So it's like stuff like that I have to do because I'm able to reap the benefits from it, So, but I also, I went to school for journalism, so like that's my thing too. Is like I kind of have to be a little bit critical, but not with my friends and peeps. I'm not gonna go in there and correct your shit because you use the wrong form of your or there or whatever. So I feel you on that, Alex, for sure. Because I'm always like, most of the time, if you see somebody's post, on Facebook and it's about 5 lines long, like they're just on their phone typing away. They're not looking at that shit. And then they're just hitting post. And then somebody comes along and it's like, hey, you spelled something wrong here. It's like, did you read? I mean, literally, I just went on a diatribe for an hour and a half on my phone. My fingers are twice the size of the buttons, bro.
Can you say anything about the post? Or you really only care about whatever the fuck you brought up, you asshole?
So that's so funny. That's exactly what I did to T.I. just a couple days ago when he thanked people for 35,000, and he said something to the effect of, man, I'm grateful to have 35,000 to, to those of you who just come on here and troll or who do this or whatever. And when you said to those of you, it was something where you spelled instead of
Yeah,
T-O,
it like
you put
combined it.
T-I. Yeah. And
No,
so
it
or something,
yeah,
it
the auto,
misspelled.
yeah, it was like it
And
tried
I
to
said
autocorrect something to like, and I just skipped over it, and
Yeah,
then
and I said, yeah, like grammar, like this very post. And that was literally what we're talking about. I wasn't really correcting his grammar, really. I was completely trolling, but like
well,
that's the exact situation.
Alex just called you out, Adam. So I mean, like
You're
that's
one of
the
those
thing.
guys,
No.
man. You're
Yeah.
one of those guys.
No.
Those guys,
When it's
asshole.
trolling,
But I'm
it's
talking
way
about
different.
the random people that we don't fucking know. I mean,
Right. Who are
if I'm
who
just
are
busting
really
my
doing
friend's
it.
balls, that's different.
Yeah, exactly. No, 100% agree. All right, Ti, what's yours?
Oh man, I struggled with this a lot. There's one thing I really can't stand right now on the internet, but we'll leave that for a later date. But I wish I could do away with Jim Bros tutorial selfie videography videos, like going to the gym and setting up the camera and then having the video of them like and they're like, yeah, 15 reps, that's how you do it, da, da, da. It's just like, bro, like, we get it, man. You live in the gym, which is great. I have, I've got some friends that are gymaholics and I've got some friends that are couchaholics, got love for both. So I'm not knocking that lifestyle by any means, but it's just like, and the same thing goes with the girls. It's not just the guys; it's the gym girls too, because they'll put their little cameras up and they're like, "Oh, I'm just doing a normal workout," and they've got the skimpiest outfit they can possibly find. Oh, why are these guys looking at me at the gym? It's like, because you put a camera up and you're
wearing a thong.
the only thing that's missing is a stripper pole right now. Like. And so I just wish that whole just thing would go away, because every time I pop on, social media, we get all these suggestions of things. A lot of times, sports stuff, we get all kinds of random things. And there's the workout videos will pop up, and I'll just see these people, like this one, and sometimes you go down the rabbit hole. You're like, look at this asshole guy. He looks like an idiot, and you click on his page, and then you
I
look
wonder
at
why
5 or
it's on your
6
For You page.
Yeah, right. Because the algorithm's like, oh, he must like it. And there was this,
we know what's in your algorithm now.
Yeah, and there was this guy.
Beefcakes.
Oh man, there was this guy. I was like, look at this fucking guy. He looks like the biggest douche. So then I just happened to click on his page. He had 500,000 followers or something. And I'm reading all the posts and all the comments, and I'm like, holy shit, this whole thing is like toxicity, man, through the roof. And I'm just like, and there's all these people just loving it. And it was like, people are like, oh, I love your dark humor. And I'm like, bro, I live and die on dark humor. This isn't dark humor. This is just being an asshole. There's a difference between being an asshole versus dark humor, And it's just that whole thing of like, I am bigger than you, I'm stronger than you, I'm louder than you, I'm faster than you, and I'm going to videotape myself doing it and share it with the world. I'm just like, why are you doing that? Like, there's no normal chick that's ever like watched one of the videos and been like, oh yeah, can't wait to get with that dude. It's like, no, that dude probably looks like he'd slap you around a little bit. You might want to
see, now he gets paid. But now he gets paid to do it because he's got that many followers.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like now he can't stop.
Exactly.
He's getting something off it.
And it's almost like a character to them too. It's like a thing. So I mean, I will never entrepreneurship. I will never turn my nose up. I will never turn my nose up at capitalism, no matter how people think how terrible it is. Hey man, we all deserve the right to make money. So kudos to them for finding a niche, but man, they just repulse me when I see it. So gym bros, gym girls that have to go and videotape yourselves and then share it with the world and then wonder why people are making sexist comments about you, like, that's got to go. That's got to go. In my world. Bye. Ain't got time for it. What's the lady? Ain't nobody got time for that. Yeah. Ain't nobody got time for that. Yeah, that's
Jim Bros.
Time for that. Yeah, there it is. Love it. Already have it on cue. That's fantastic.
Yeah, gotta have it. All right, let's try, boys, to have Miles in a good mood. Are we giving IU a chance at Oregon? Let's shift to college football. There's only a few matchups to talk about as far as top 25 playing facing off against each other. Here they are real quick. Number 8, Alabama goes to number 14, Mizzou, who is, no one really thinks Mizzou is that great, but they are 14. And then number 7 at number 3, Oregon. The only other game I put in there was number 6, Oklahoma at Arch Manning. They're unranked. Texas is unranked, but I still put it in there for intriguing matchups. So let's talk number 7 versus number 3, which again, even at this time last year, we never thought we would say, IU. Like we would, like, what are we doing? We're talking about IU football. Like in a meaning, like we have to talk about it. Like they're playing at Oregon and they're playing well. Like, but Alex, I'll start with you. Is this going to be just try and keep it close, or does IU think they have a chance?
I mean, I'm sure they think that they have a chance, but I just don't think it's going to be a thing. I mean, I think Oregon's going to handle it.
But you just don't. I'm sure IU thinks they have a chance, but I don't.
No, yeah, I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
No, I think it's going to be ugly. That's all I know. It's going to be ugly.
Yeah,
you think it's going to be ugly?
Yeah.
I don't know what to think. Here's the thing I'll say. It seems like last week IU struggled a little bit against their opponent they should have ran off with, so maybe they were looking ahead. Was it last week or were they off? Was the week before? Who did they play? Who was it? It wasn't Iowa, was it? Who did they play where they should have?
Illinois,
yeah. Well, no, didn't they beat
I think
them pretty good? I don't know.
Wait, it was Iowa.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so that game,
idiots out wandering around Iowa.
Yes,
idiots
we thought
out
that they would.
around. Yes,
we assumed that they would just annihilate them, and they did.
They
not.
almost lost. They almost lost.
So I don't know if that's a classic case of looking ahead to Oregon because you're already thinking we're going to beat this team. Now we got to really focus on Oregon. So I think that's a real. A lot of people think that doesn't exist, but I think it does in college football because they're kids. I mean, they're young. They're just like, oh, fuck Iowa. We got that game. We need to focus on Oregon. So I think they'll be ready to play. But it's like I said a couple weeks ago, man. Whether I have been drinking or whether I have not been drinking, my brain still tells me the same thing. I think Oregon is going to get it done this year. I think they're finally going to do it. I think they could be the best team in college football at the moment next to Miami, which is crazy to say. I'm not trying to downplay Ohio State, but I just don't think
they can't even beat Michigan.
Well, I just don't think that they have the same firepower Oregon has this year. I like Oregon's quarterback. I usually kind of laugh at Oregon's quarterbacks. Of course, my old Auburn guy Bo Nix was out there, but I mean, whether it's Marcus Mariota or Dylan Gabriel was there too, right? So it's like I just never am sold on them, and I think that the quarterback they has now is just on a different level than some of those dudes, just with athleticism. So I got to go with Oregon in the game for sure. I don't know if it's going to be a blowout because Indiana might show up and it might be a shootout. And if it's a shootout, then I could see a 50 to 45 game. But I don't know. It's just all going to really depend on Oregon's defense and if what's the quarterback's name? Spaghetti. Eddie Spaghetti. I'm just going to call him Eddie Spaghetti. If Eddie Spaghetti shows up, I do that, man. I'm pretty good with my names, Carter Wentz, Jacoby Brisket Sandwich. I've got names for all these guys. So if Eddie Spaghetti shows up and gets it done and puts some points on the board, Oregon might get a little rattled. So we might have a good game. But yeah, in the end, I think Oregon's going to pull it out. And I think Miles even said the same thing. Miles like, hey, if we can hang with them, prove we belong, still sneak into the college playoffs, I'm good with that.
Right.
Of course,
lose by 10.
It's college football, man. Any given Saturday, that's the next prequel they're making, sequel
starring UCLA. Any given Saturday.
Once again, Al Pacino was in that one too. Al Pacino's been in every movie I think that was ever been made, really. So,
yeah, pretty much. Him and Pedro Pascal have been in every movie. Yeah.
Pascal. Do we have? I think my Pedro is fatigued. I think Hollywood is getting Pedro fatigue.
We voted for Pedro, and now we can't get rid of him. So, Arch Manning going up against number 6 Oklahoma. What are we doing with Arch Manning? Are we throwing him away? Are we giving him the benefit of the doubt? Alex, are you over him? Are you waiting to see? What's your take on Arch Manning?
Well, I mean, a lot of these guys, I'm always like, the more hyped that they are, the more I push back. You know, it
But
doesn't matter.
he's not
if
hyping himself at all. Like, he's been humble, I feel like.
No,
Like,
no.
we're
Do you know?
hyping
Do you
him,
know how
not
much?
him.
Do you know how much a 1-of-1 Arch Manning signed card went for last year?
But what I'm saying is, it's
Over
not
100,000.
yes,
Like, I mean,
but it's
Yeah, I was
not
gonna
Arch
say,
saying
you better answer that.
look at me, look, like it's
no,
not.
I'm not saying
You know,
he's the one doing it. I'm just talking
we
about in
are. The
general.
world is hyping him. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, just
Well,
like
So
the
all
world
I'm
hyped
saying
Shador
is,
and the world hyped, all these other guys
well,
just based off of a name. I mean,
his dad
that's all it
hyped him.
is. It's not even Peyton's son. It's like his nephew. It's not even
Yeah.
Eli's son. So I mean,
It's his redheaded
it's
stepchild.
it's the hype off the name. Everyone thinks that he's going to be Peyton Manning times Patrick Mahomes times
But
fucking, I don't know, some
Are
other
we?
Joe Burrow.
Is
I don't know.
the jury out? Are we waiting? Are we like? What are we doing?
Like, he's not coming into the NFL. Isn't he just a junior? Like, he's going to stay there, collect hella money, and then come back next year, and then we'll see if he's, like, the real deal. Like, this is literally the first... Like, everyone thought he's going to come in and just shit on every big-name college program when he never really played yet. Like, I mean, he's literally getting some of his first reps in, as a starter. Like, it's crazy.
All right, so we're waiting. That's fair. I think we're
I'm
waiting.
waiting.
You on board with that?
Yeah, I think
I'm okay with that.
Well, we're waiting, and if Arch doesn't get it together, he'll be waiting tables at Ruby Tuesday or Applebee's or something like that.
Yeah, he'll be waiting. The
but,
movie Waiting with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. Oh, such a good movie. If you have never waited tables,
Dane Cook. Oh my God.
Watch that movie. And if you have waited tables, watch that movie because my God, man, I worked at Ruby Tuesday for many years. I managed, bartended, went through the whole program where I was going to be a main manager, and then I was very young. I had a moment of clarity. Did the math. I was like, holy shit, man, I'm making 5 times this bartend, and then I would be managing. I am not doing this. And told them I was out. And oh man, I made the district manager so mad. I literally quit like the day before I was coming on. I was like, hey man, that scene in
are you saying that you created your own penis showing game?
Oh man, my favorite line in Waiting from Ryan Reynolds is where he's like, the hostess is like, I turn 18 tomorrow or whatever, and he's like, oh, I guess I better act quick, I was just like, oh,
there's so many
Ryan
things. There's so many things in that movie that is legit in the server world. Like just all the male servers always checking out the girl hostesses, and like at the party later they date them or whatever. That is 1,000,000,000% a thing. When I was at Red Robin and Chili's and Applebee's, those 3 places, every time it's like that.
And not sure if you guys know, but the guy who wrote the spec script for this, he was actually a manager at like TGI Fridays or some shit.
Yeah, I remember seeing something like that.
Not surprised one bit. But yeah,
Dude,
with
so
Arch,
good.
I'm kind of with Alex. I think we said it a couple episodes ago when we had the our Sports in Court girls on. Marissa and oh man, I forgot the other girl's name at the moment. They're gonna be mad at
Ashley.
Ashley, that's right. Oh yeah, that's my wife's name. Yeah, I should remember that. But yeah, it's like I said. I think there are more valuable things to do with your time than bet against Arch Manning because, it's like Alex said, this is first go at being a starter. He's a lot of hype. So let's see how he does next year. Let's see how he finishes out the rest of the season before we're ready to just throw him under the bus because he's going to collect that Caitlin Clark money in college. He's making a lot. As Alex said, that card, that one-off card, I mean, just that alone is crazy to me. The card world is insane. I don't get it. I respect it because I'm an avid comic book collector. But this resurgence of sports cards is just blowing my mind at what some people are paying for that stuff. So yeah, I think Arch gets it together, but I don't think he gets it together enough to be the second coming of a combination of Eli and Peyton, and with some with some wheels because we know he can run. But yeah, I don't know, man. I would not bet against him, but right now I think he needs a lot more time. It's like I said on our post, a couple weeks ago, he needs at least a year or 2 or 8 more, to get it together.
Yeah. If it's 8, wow. Like we will definitely have some fun with that. If he sucks still in like 2-3 years, that meme of like Eli's head where he's got like a 6 head and he's like mega mind. Like
But that picture I made of him where I combined him and Eli and shared it. Did you see all the comments on there? People are like, "What is he, stoned on the sidelines? Is he looks a lot like Eli?" I'm just like, underneath every one of them, I'm like, "Yes, I photoshopped this," And the people are still just like, "Is that Eli?" It's
dumbfounded.
like,
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh my god, do you really think that he looked like this on the sidelines?" No, you idiots. That's Eli. When he got rocked. You remember that game when he just got rocked? They took him out and took his helmet off. He was like, "Ugh."
Yeah, and he's like, yeah. Eli, Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Tom Brady's daddy.
Man, exactly, Mr. 500. All right, let's shift finally to baseball because the most hilarious thing happened. I don't know if you guys saw this. Cal Raleigh, his nickname is Big Dumper, which is already like, yes, it makes me love baseball 1% more than what I already love it. Like, okay, that's great. Big Dumper. This dude goes to Detroit, wears a dump 61 here, and Cal Raleigh hits a home run to him, and he takes off his shirt, and it says dump 62 here. Like, he's already ready. Like, what? No way this guy puts on 2 T-shirts and's like, just crosses his fingers. Like, well, all right, honey, I'll let you know how it goes. Like, okay, he's got a 1 in 8 billion chance of the ball going his way.
Yeah,
Like, come on, dude.
He's getting those shirts printed up. His wife's like, "Hey, honey, your package came in today.
Yeah.
Oh, what did you order? You some shirts? Yeah, let me show them to you."
Yeah.
Big dump
She's
one
like,
here. She's like, "Oh my
she
God."
rolls her eyes. Yeah.
Like, thank God I'm not going to the game with you. I'm still trying to figure out
You're
how he got
never
the
gonna get a
nickname
ball.
Big Dumper. I'm just assuming that he just blew up the locker room bathroom one night, and they were like, "Oh, that's a big dumper in there," and it just stuck. Because I don't know, man, how do you get the nickname Big Dumper if there's not some kind of bathroom incident involved?
Yeah, just hitting home runs, dumping. I don't know where, like, that never. How come in 100 years of hitting home runs, it's never like come across anyone else's? Like, Barry Bonds hit 73 in 1 year. Never, and he even dumped balls into the ocean. Like, literally, he hit the balls and they went in the ocean. Never.
He also dumped some lotion on his head, and his hat didn't fit him the next day, and he didn't think anything weird about it.
Good old Balco.
Man, my hat doesn't fit my head anymore. Something must be going on.
There's nothing weird about a 40-year-old's head just growing from like size 8 to a size 9.
So all of a sudden he needed he needed Bruce Bochy's hat. It is well documented that Bruce Bochy has like the biggest head in baseball. So he's like, "Hey Skip, let me see your hat." "Oh, hey, go wear another one, Skip. I got to wear this one." Like,
yeah, those big hats that you see the people wearing at the games, those are inspired by Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
Those are obnoxious.
He's lucky he stopped when they were on to him, because the only upgrade from that was to like a George Lopez like size hat or something.
Crazy. So the other thing that we got to talk about, because I love, it does not break any of our hearts that Philadelphia is in such anguish because they're Phillies. Let me break this down of how dumb. Like, you have to, if you did not stay up to see the end of the baseball games last night and you missed the end of the Phillies season, not the Philly game last night. This is the end of their season. If they did not win last night's game, they go home. Like that Willy Wonka, you lose. Like, they got to win. So it's extra innings, super intense. The bases are loaded. There's 2 out. So there's a force any way you go. Okay. The guy hits it to the pitcher. I'm not mad at the guy for booting it because it was hit quickly. It went off his cleat. Like, oh, he has to gather himself. He's got the ball. He looks at the catcher, and the catcher's going like this. "Hey, man, Yo, dude, just throw it to first. Just get the out. We'll go hit. We'll go get a run. Go ahead, man. If you watch the replay, he's literally pointing. He's pointing like this, pointing, and then the catcher does this. Whoa! Why is he doing that? Because the ball's coming at him. And then the ball goes about 8 feet up and over his head. Like, what are you doing, dude? Throw it to first base. There's 2 outs. You don't have to worry about the runner at home. You don't have to worry. Just gather yourself, throw it to first base, get the 3rd out, and then you guys go get to bat. The guy sails it, and they now go home.
This is how I feel about that.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Hide your kids. Hide your kids. Hide your wife. Yeah, I would say that sounds like his brain just took a big dumper right there.
Dude,
you know, because
the worst.
That's Pee Wee League stuff right there. You know,
like,
I mean, you know,
on.
like
the catcher is pointing.
He probably even had the time to do like the triple pump, like, and then toss it to first to get it done. Instead, he's like freaking out, like, I'm trying to get the force out at home. You know, well, that's great, but just do it in the stands. Just do it in the stands, you know.
There's probably something like, I mean, you know, at practice, or I'm sure like you give him like so many shots to make even a throw that's like, I don't know, 20 times longer than that. He could probably hit it, but man, in the heat of the moment, like, dude, that adrenaline's pumping, it's fucked everything up.
So, Philadelphia, I love that you are in so much pain. You deserve it, and eat it, and swallow it, and just have your pain. Don't take any Tylenol because of the pain. I'm happy.
People in Philly are just waiting for the Sixers season to come around and save them, you know, because they've been pretty quality over the years as well.
Right.
Are they still trusting the process?
Yeah. 8 years later.
Until they finally realize they can get a haul for him and trade him, you know.
I think Allen Iverson's coming back.
He can't save that team.
I just got breaking news on my phone. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. just hit another home run against the Yankees, even though that series is over.
Yeah,
he's still
they're not playing.
He's just out. He's outside. He's still hitting them. He's like, it's so easy.
Actually,
so that was wild.
He's not really hitting them. What he's doing is it's rotating around the earth and coming back at him, and he's hitting it again. So it's like the same home run. Actually, it's just cycles around the earth. I think that I don't necessarily know if that counts as multiple home runs or not. But
where Bill Paxton, we have cows. No, that's the same one.
It's like that. It's like years ago when Cardinals were playing the Rangers, and you know Albert Pujols just cranked one like to the moon. They, you know, apparently on the plane home, you know, it was real quiet. You know, nobody was saying anything, and then the pitcher that gave it up was like, "Holy shit! I just saw Albert Pujols ball cross our plane." You know, instead they all started cracking up. You know, so it's just like at some point, you know, you have to just make light of it. But the Yankees, you know, they just this?
Oh, that
like?
was Houston. Wasn't that Houston?
Yeah.
That
Houston,
ball,
Houston.
that short porch in left field, dude. I do remember that.
Yeah, Houston. I said Texas, but yeah, you're right. It was Houston. Hey, it was the same state.
No, you're right. I do remember that home run, and I'm not shocked you bring it up because we can't go 11 minutes in talking to baseball without T.I. bringing up his favorite team. So, okay, we had to live through that. So, cool. Thanks for that.
But the Yankees, let's be real, man. Yankees have really been choking for a while, man, you know.
We're so upset over this. We're so upset.
This is my tiniest violin.
Us Laker fans and Dallas Cowboy fans are pissed.
They are, man. They really are sad, you know. America's teams are struggling. But yeah, what is this? 4 or 5 straight years, 8 straight seasons, 8 straight chances they've been put out. I don't know what it is. There's something at least like 4 or 5.
Here's what it is. Teams are celebrating on their field. The Dodgers celebrated last year on their field, and they did get to beat Boston. Like, oh, cute. You got to beat them in a 3-game little series. But now the Blue Jays celebrating on their field. I mean, what's the problem with baseball is the managers don't really get to call the shots that much. It's been so well documented now. Like they're being told, okay, in the 7th inning, if this, then you're bringing in this pitcher. Well, he has no control if his gut says something else, or he's talked to the players and he wants to go this way. It's not even up to him. So I don't even know how much you blame Aaron bleeping Boone. You know, so it's like it's weird. But
and it's either a
Yankee
home run or
fans-
nothing, right? Like there's no like any kind of small ball or any kind of strategy.
Oh,
behind,
with the
like,
Yankees, yeah. If Stanton, because Judge did his thing, like I'll give him that.
yeah,
And that one home run, 100 miles an hour towards your face, and you're like, nope, you just hit it out. Like, oh, okay. But Stanton's got to do more than just hitting into a double play or just hitting grounders. Like, that's not what you're paying him for. And they're so top heavy. So they got a lot to figure out. And their pitchers are old. I mean, it's going to be bad for the Yankees in the next couple years. Because Judge is about to be 35. I mean,
Yeah, that's
he's probably signed for another 13 years.
absolutely.
That's how the Yankees.
Yeah, it's like you probably saw that. I think I shared on our page with the post from MLB Shots Fired. They were like,
yeah,
they had a Spirit Halloween out in front of Yankee Stadium, you know, and it was like, it's like, come to the Yankees Museum, look at our championships and all of Aaron Judge's home runs, you know. So funny. People just people just collectively love hating on the Yankees, and that it just boils down to that America's team mantra, you know. We all collectively hate the Cowboys, Lakers, and you know, Yankees. And I guess
and for good reason. Their fans bring it on themselves. They really do.
Absolutely.
By bringing up the Lakers so much. Yeah. So tonight,
go ahead.
Mariners,
games.
Tigers.
I thought you were talking about Monday Night Football. I was like, Monday Night Football. Yeah.
No. We'll talk about that on the other. No.
Yeah, we'll talk about that when it matters.
Today, Friday the 10th, is the last game in the Mariners Tigers. It ended up being a really actually good series, and then the next day, Saturday, is Game 5 back in Milwaukee. The Brewers have really been brewered. Like, they, in the playoffs, you know what they're going to do. They're going to be a decent team going into the playoffs. And then you're like, what are you guys doing? Why do you keep losing? And that's what, I mean, it's not Chicago winning. It's Milwaukee brewering. Like, there's no shock there. But the game is in Milwaukee, so I give the edge to Milwaukee. But again, the Mariners are at home against the Tigers, and the Tigers had a couple of good comebacks. I don't know who's winning that game because Seattle, here's a clip of their butts. They are clinching. I mean, if you're the Mariners.
I got Brewers and Tigers. That's who I think get it done. Tigers seem to don't know how to quit. Brewers don't want to choke again. They are the team to beat. We all have been joking about them, saying that they would eventually lose, but I don't think
they are the better
team. Cubs. I mean, they're going against
home.
Cubs. They have that.
At home.
Cubs are going to Cubs are going to do some dumb stuff, you know. But it's still wild to see Cubs right there. You know, we thought they were out of it, and here they are, right back in it. So
you get them at home, and Chicago's not far from Milwaukee, so a lot of Cub fans are going to that game. It's a weekend. There's no question that the Cubs will have an advantage compared to Detroit, Seattle. Like, how many Tigers fans are going to be in Seattle? You know, doesn't work that way. So, I don't know. We'll see. All right. Reminder, guys, check out all of the social medias. We're almost at 5,000 followers. TI's at 35,000. Remember, for really, really good, interesting stats on how to start certain players, who to pick up, Kenneth Gainwell, guys like that.
That's right. Kenneth Gainwell made the show twice tonight. Kenneth Gainwell made the show twice tonight.
He's doing really well. He's gaining fast.
What a season for him. What a season. He's made it on 2 of our episodes. He made it twice in the same episode.
I don't know I don't know what to do with my hands. Like, that's how I feel. New episodes come to you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, which means we will see you Monday. Thank you for watching this episode of Sports Idiot Nation. Remember, we are on all social media and on YouTube, and the podcast can be found on Spotify and Apple Podcast. Remember, new episodes are every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And remember, because you watch Sports Idiot Nation,
you would be the smartest idiot in the whole world.